People don't realize, most countries and cities don't realize the importance of business meetings. Business meetings brings people to the city, to the destination, and when they come, they'll spend 3 or 4 days, and they will spend money. They will have meals, they'll spend on transportation, they have entertainment, they spend money on exhibits, they spend money on bringing their employees and staff, so they need hotel rooms. So all of that money comes to a destination for the MICE industry, and that benefits the economy. So it's important for people to understand the relationship between a convention center and the business that it brings to that community. So my experience has always been in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas grew from a very small town in the middle of the desert to one of the premier MICE destinations in the world, because they had great facilities, a large number of hotel rooms, and they also had great restaurants and great transportation, and so they took care of the MICE industry. In fact, when people go to Las Vegas and they check into a hotel room, a percentage of their tax goes to the Convention and Visitors Authority in order to promote the MICE industry. So that's one of the reasons why it has grown over the last 30 years. The MICE experience is key. I think that Korea is positioned to become a leader in the MICE industry, but the government will have to invest more money in to improve the infrastructure and the product, that's the convention centers, the technology, and the hardware that the MICE industry needs. But also they need to invest in the education in order to bring up some of the facilities to a world standard. And the real weakness in Korea right now is the marketing of the great facilities that you have, the great services that you provide. So when people hear about Korea, they don't hear about the strength of the MICE market. So that's one thing that Korea can promote. So I think Seoul Seoul has always been an important city. Seoul is a major force in the financial market and the technology market, and it's a perfect place for people to come and do business for the Asian region. And so the competition is fierce in the region. Singapore, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Beijing, everyone is trying to attract the big conventions, but Seoul is in a location where they can bring people from those different countries very easily together and become a leader in the MICE industry. Well, when I wanted to go into the MICE industry at a young age, the best way is to get experience. So whether you attend different conferences or attend different meetings just to see how they're managed is one way. But even in school, you can plan events for your friends, for your school. And the more events that you plan, the more experience that you gain. And it's a lot of fun to plan events like when you're young. Anything that a young person can do to get involved in events or conventions or exhibitions is a great way to start a career. They should actually go to the convention center, and they should volunteer or let them know or work part-time so that they can get their foot in the door to understand how a convention center works. Convention centers are typically very busy certain times of the year, so they don't have a full-time staff. They use a lot of part-time people, so that's a great way for students to get experience. And then they have to take the appropriate classes to get their degree in hospitality in order to start their career. And when they start their career, they will start in lower level positions, and as they get more experience in the industry itself, then they will rise very quickly to the top. Because there's a large demand for people who understand the convention industry. Korea in the last 10 years has done a great job in starting to promote itself. Prior to that, Korea wasn't really seeking tourists to come into the country because they didn't understand the tourism industry. But in the last 10 years, you've promoted your food, you've promoted your culture, you also have the Korean wave with your famous TV shows and your pop stars. So the rest of the world now is very interested in Korea, and many people are coming to Korea because of that marketing, that promotion of Korea. And I think the only thing that Korea needs to do is continue to market itself as a business destination where people meet to make big deals and where people come to buy and sell their products. And so I think they can promote that even better than they have in the past.